So let me share my screen. And slide 4. Okay, all right. So today, okay, so okay, so today we're going to talk about no docs. Okay, no docs loan because over the years, because of the market shift, right now we have to have a no docs loan, um, this option, okay, for our client. It's not like back into the days, 80%, even 90% of the loans or the client you deal with, it's full docs, right? Right now we have bank statement, DSCR, profit and loss, and absolutely, no document needed. Those loans are on the market, and we pick the best program for our client. So I want our realtor partners to know as well. Okay. So let's move to the next. Okay, so just really quick introduce our company and myself. We funded in 2017, and we can do loans across the US 44 states, most of the states. Okay, I don't think we can do New York. Okay, and purchase loan, refinance, commercial home equity loan, construction loan, bridge loan, down payment assistance program. We gonna close another 3 loans this week for the HOPE program and Calhfa. And we have another 2 loans needs to register, actually already registered, okay, for the city, LA City ones. Okay, so this is really kind of like a regular basis, monthly, we opening escrow and closing those down payment assistance program. And of course, we tailor to different clients' needs. So we have a pretty in-depth pre-approval, process rather than just really on the phone and then just, give the pre-approval letter. We don't do that. And myself, being in the business over 15 years, okay, have dealt with all different sorts of clients and loans, from lease, ground lease construction to, very simple home loans and do have an electronic engineering and MBA background. So I treat myself, logical thinking and also kind of people manage person, okay? And right now, we kind of like half no docs or like limited docs and then half full docs. That's why I feel like it's very important, okay, for our realtor partners to also have at least a brief understanding, okay, for these 2 different big categories for loans. So what you can, kind of be knowledgeable when you talk to the client as well. Um, Down payment assistance program, we already talked about last time. So if you need more insight, reach out to us directly. So today topic, we're going to talk about no docs, rates from 6 plus or 6.875%, 2 different programs, and all bank statements starting from 5.5, DRCR starting from 5.5, hot money loan, super jumbo loan, and we do have refi opportunities I want to mention later on. If you guys have any questions, do text or just speak out. Okay, we'll just address right away. Okay. If you guys haven't requested, do encourage you guys just to text me. So then, we will mail you a small gift just for a complimentary kind of appreciation for attending the class. Okay, let's get to the bones. So, no docs, which including limited docs, right? Meaning all the program, those kind of non-QM program doesn't require tax return. And we do know that in Southern California, over 60% of those people that, they are in small business. Okay, we have a lot of small business people that, operating in Southern California. So one of the program, actually, oops. I had my goal to change it actually yesterday because we just updated the rate. Okay, before 6.2%, if any of you attended like in May class or whatever, but now it's updated to 6% starting. Okay, it's a 5-year fixed arm, and the maximum loan amount is 4.5 million. Of course, the lowest down payment requirement is 30% down. If your loan amount is going to be 4.5 million, then we probably going to require 50% down payment. What we need is really very simple: borrower signed or their CPA signed profit and loss statement. So for example, a borrower wants to do a loan right now. We want to see last year profit and loss statement and year to date profit and loss statement. That's it. Okay, and then of course we need the borrower's basic information, and if they have properties, of course we need those properties information, mortgage statement, property tax, insurance, so on, so on, right? And then we can use their profit and loss income to calculate their income to finish the loan pretty fast. Usually, 30 days we can get it done, and the rate is very attractive because full docs, okay, full docs right now, yes, rate dropped, so it's around like 6% for a 30-year fix, but you have to check tax return, okay? But this one, you don't need to provide tax return. And if you don't have FICO, that's fine. If you have some, when I say no FICO, meaning that when we run the credit report, okay, there's no FICO showing it. Okay, if you have a bad FICO score, then we have to help you to repair it. Okay, and for foreign national, this program is also okay because foreign national, you don't have FICO. Okay, you don't have FICO at all, but we can do it. But you have to provide either either profit loss statement from overseas, or your if you employed, you can provide a written verification of employment from your employer, okay, for this program. Okay, overseas, that is totally fine. Okay, so we put here foreign national. Okay, so that's applied to this no FICO situation. Okay, all right, now let's go to next. Just a scenario for this program. We put 6% for this file, and then we loan is 1 million, so pretty much like a little bit over 33%. I think they put wrong 6. Sorry, this should be 6%. Okay, and this one we closed 28 days. Okay. Okay, another one, no docs loan. This is absolutely no docs. It's starting from 6.5%, but 6.5%, you need to pay certain points, like 1 point up to 1, from 1 point to 1.5, the point, to get the very low 6.5%. You don't need to provide anything, no job income needed, no VOE profit loss needed, no 1099 bank statement needed, no tax return. But it can be only for primary, second home, or vacation property. So pretty much, it doesn't apply for investment property, okay? But for 6.875%, we can charge no point usually, or very little, like say half point or a quarter point, depending on the loan amount. Okay, so that's a very good incentive for the borrower because we all think the rate's gonna go down, right? So at least I'm thinking like in the next 1 year or so, maybe rate will go down in a stable kind of phase. But to be honest with everybody, I don't know if the rate's going to go up again. So we're going to talk about this later. So let's focus on this program first. So 6.875%, you can get no point, most likely, okay? Otherwise, if you want to lock lower, then you need to pay certain point, okay, to get the lower point, okay? Reserve is just 12 months to 24 months, depending on if you are foreign national or you are local. Okay, if you're local, then 12 months reserve, it's fine. Okay, and you have 3 years fixed or 5 year fixed, and the maximum loan amount for this one, because it's a pretty new product, so it's 2.5 million. Okay, starting. Okay. And then this is another scenario that we closed, they put 40% down and then, borrowing 2 million. And then, so because the loan amount, they requires like, 40%. Okay. Bank statement loan. I know you probably all know bank statement loan, which meaning that a business bank statement, right? 12 months to 24 months. Usually we just collect 12 months business bank statement loan from the borrower if they are self-employed. And sometimes they have very good cash flow. They have good deposit, but they may not show good income in the tax return, or, they may not have a very good remaining balance, but that's okay as long as they have good deposits. Some people, they have like $100,000 deposit per month. Okay, so definitely, we would introduce this bank statement loan for them because the rate starting from 5.5%, and sometimes we can do no point if their loan size is big. And then the good thing for the bank statement comparing with the no docs is that you can see all the no docs right now at least 30% down. But if the borrower can provide bank statement, then down payment is 20 plus. That's the minimum we require. So it's 10% less, right? And then maximum loan amount is 2 million. We do have exception to go to 5 million, okay? We do have exception to go to 5 million, but then it's an exception basis. Of course, if your loan's going to be 5 million, then your down payment requirement needs to be at least 50% or 55%. FICO score requirement is 660 plus, so it's kind of, pretty good. Even you have a so-so FICO score, right? Primary investment, second home, we can do all. Okay, and then a 1 to 4 units, same thing, 30 days or less close of escrow because we are direct lender, so we can fund the loan ourselves. We draw docs, funding loans ourselves, so that kind of can, shorten the process. This is what just I think maybe previously I just draw a listing, okay, in Culver City. Listing price 1.5 million, and then if we put 20% down payment, loan amount 1.2 around, then we can do 5.75% with 1 point or 6.25% with no point. And I think recent just 1 week since the rate dropped, it's possible we can go down another maybe half quarter, okay, for the rate. So depending on the situation, you can send in your clients information, and then we will be responsible for follow up, pre-approve them, and then we send back to your way. I always say, don't show properties if they don't even provide you any paperwork, right? First, most of the situation, they're not ready. Second, they may not be qualified. Third, they have the tendency to delay. And that's the problem for somebody who delay, and they could, during the delay period, they look for someone else to find the property for them. So the previous, time you spent is kind of really wasted, right? Because they don't know if they can be pre-approved or whatever, right? So that's something that I think at least, you have them to contact us so we can at least know their situation. Even no docs, you need to show the money, right? If you don't have the money, how are you going to buy the property? So we want to have those required, okay, this even the least, right? The paperwork that handy. So then, we can ensure that once escrow opened, we good to go. Okay. DSCR loan is very, very popular in the last 3 to 4 years because it's investment property. Okay, people buy investment property right now. We don't need to look for all the rest of the, their income or whatever. Basically, this property is pre-approved. Okay, it's approved by their rental income versus, this property's outgoing. What are the outgoings for the property? We only count mortgage payment, property tax, insurance, and HOA if there's any. Okay, so we will comparing with the outgoing expense with the collected rental income. If it's purchased, we will use the market value. If it's already have a lease agreement put in place, then we will use the lease agreement value or the market value, whichever is lower. So let's say this property actually on the market today can rent for $3,000, but you're only renting out for 2,800, then we're going to use the 2,800, okay? Unless, you putting a notice to the renter say, hey, starting from today, I'm going to increase your rent to $3,000. Then, we can use that $3,000. Okay, or some Airbnb income. We can use that short-term Airbnb income too. Okay, for the calculation, but you have to send some proof. For example, Airbnb, you always get a 1099, from Airbnb. So that's how, we calculate. Okay. Of course, you need to have the borrower to provide, the most 3 months deposit, for the lease, right? The deposit proof. Okay. Maximum loan amount, I believe right now it's changed to 2 million already. And then down payment, is 20%. Again, you have the no point option for purchase or for refinance. Just the recent last couple of days, we were quoting some client for 6.375% or 6.25% with no point, no fee, no cost refinance. Okay. So it's also a good time to contact your past client, check, if they want to do a refinance. If they did those DSCR loans in the last couple of years, usually it's over 8%. Okay. And our program can go lower to 5.5% or around 6% with no point or no point of, cost for refinance. And you can ask them if they want to do a cash out, and then they can have the money ready for another investment property or some other use. Same thing, 1 to 4 units, 30 days or less, close of escrow. We fund loans ourselves. Okay, it's a great, great, great product. So I really encourage you guys, if you have some investors, introduce this program. The shortest term is 6 months fixed rate. Get the lowest rate. We have 6 months fixed, 1 year fixed, 3 year fixed. These are the getting the best rate. And the other very good feature of this program is that outside the loan programs, most of people, they will have at least 1 year prepayment penalty, 2 years, 3 years. The longer prepayment penalty, the better rate you get. But for our product, we don't have prepayment penalty. Yes, you do have to keep this loan for 7 months. This is majority of the, loans they require, you stay with the loan for 7 months. Otherwise, the bank will take our commission out. And also, the bank will have a loss because everybody is working on the loan, right? So at least the borrower needs to make certain payment, like, 7 payment. Then after 7 months, they can close the loan again, which meaning that, if the rate drop, then we can close the refi again. Okay, so we can actually starting to doing refi if needed in month 6. Okay, so we can close after month 7. And this is a very good advantage also for fix and flippers because they don't want to, right, keep the house, long. They just want to fix and flip and fix and flip. So the 6 months, short term, it's gonna be very in favor to this group of people. Okay. Just another example, I just pulled, from the multiple listing. $849,000, Los Angeles, and if rent can be 4,500, you put 25% down, then we can get 6.25% 1 year fix, 0.5 point, um, 0.05 point, or 6.5% 1 year fix, no point. And I believe right now we can do maybe a quarter less. Okay. Okay, bridge loan, hard money. Sometimes, you have to close really quick because you have competitions. Yes, the market has slowed, but we do see some good deals that, they just request, cash offer, right? They don't want to see a loan because um, with a loan, we do see, okay, even ourselves, we do see that borrower backup or, some borrow they just couldn't get the loan, they cancel, then they come to us. So a lot of good listings or very attractive low price listings, they just ask like cash offer only. And some of the property condition, you do have to close cash because you cannot get the normal conventional loan, even non-QM. So we offer 7 days funding. Because we have to do the appraisal report, right? Rate is 6.9% to 10.99% for the first lien, 11 to 12% for the second lien. Okay, the term usually 6 months to 12 months. 6 months, usually we require 3 months minimum guaranteed interest, and then after 3 months, you can pay off the loan. Or sometimes if we just need to turn, okay, the loan to the normal conventional loan, non-QM, after this, we can even, offer less term, like no prepayment penalty. We do the bridge loan for you, and once you get the property, we refi for you right away. Okay, and then the LTV, loan to value ratio for first lien usually is 65 to 70%, depending on the situation. Okay, the property condition. And for second lien is 55 to 60%. FICO requirement is 680 plus. If they have some occasionally late payment or whatever, right? Then we will allow lower FICO score. We just need to explain to our investor. Okay, so for example, right now we have a second loan that will be funding around September 20th. They are asking for $600,000 second loan, and the property worth like 3 million something, and then they only have like less than 1 million for the first lien. So that's fall into this category, right? Less than 60% of the total LTV. Borrower has very good FICO score. So for the second lien, for this one, because it's a 2 units, so our investor offered 12%. Okay, and the borrower okayed with it. And for this one, it's a past client, so we charge 1.25 point. So our point is also very good as well. Usually it's 1 to 1.5 point for the hard money loan. Outside, usually they charge from starting from 2. Okay, 2 plus. Okay. So just give you guys this information. Just some of the loans we funded, it's just all over the place. And then depending on the situation, like if you see 6.99%, pretty much, it's a 3 months. Like, we have the money, give to the borrower, close the deal, and then we refi them out right away. Okay. Super jumbo. Because sometimes, you do encounter, right? Mentions. So can we do the loan? Yes, we can. Okay, 5 year fix, 7 year fix, or 30-year fix. Down payment, 30% down or plus. Of course, the higher loan amount will require more down payment, up to 50 or 55%. We do require bank statement or verification of employment. Foreign national, no problem. Okay, maximum loan amount is 30 million. And foreign national, okay, rate starting from 6. 8.5%. That's also pretty good, rate. Just for your reference, if you encounter, that is fine with us too. Okay. And just to give an extra that we also do commercial loan. If you encounter any commercial deals, we will do as well. And then we will schedule another class for introducing commercial loans, different type. Refi opportunity, I really encourage you guys to call your past client. One is that you have something to talk to them, which will possibly benefit to them, especially those people that closed the loan closed their property. Okay, you bought the property or you bought the property or you sold the property. They may buy another property, right? In the last 2 to 3 years, because the rate has dropped. For refinance, some of the deals, if they have low loan to value ratio, high credit score, high loan amount, then the rate can go as low as 5.875%. No point, no fee, no cost. Okay, 30-year fix, 30-year fix. And for no income check, then 1 year fixed starting 6%, 3-year fixed starting 6.25%. No point, no fee, no cost. We can do that depending on the borrower's situation. Sometimes maybe they just needs to pay appraisal and credit report fee, like probably 700 max, and rest of the fees we can cover. Okay, and then they still can lower their monthly payment. So for those people who have over 7%, definitely needs to consider. And then during this refinance, they may also consider cash out if they do have some home equity. Okay. And the reason that I urge people to do it right now instead of later on, because everybody's thinking like, oh, rate is gonna drop and then it's gonna be keep on dropping. Well, we don't know, okay? Yes, the job market doesn't seem very good right now. I think August we only have 22,000 job added, okay? Comparing with July 75, or even comparing with the June, May, or the prior months is like over $100,000 job added. Okay, this is like a significant low. Okay, and the unemployment rate also increased 0.1% just a month to month from 4.3 to 4.4% in August. So it is a climbing up, but we also know that the inflation rate. Okay, this actually hasn't been, like controlled, I think it's actually a little bit increased. I think it's 3 point something, I can't remember the data, but a very, very simple measure is that you can feel yourself, right? How expensive to go out for, dining, right? How expensive the egg is, how expensive the milk, all those necessities actually, increase a lot, not just 30%, 50%, 75%. Okay. So that cannot be just a lower overnight. We have been, thinking that, or like, trying to control, Fed has been trying to control over a year, right? But I don't think it's successful. So yes, we have this pressure by the central government, our, the country debt or whatever, right? National debt increase. So we have to lower the fund rate, but in terms of the interest rate, yes, it affects a little bit, but we don't know if it's going to go up again because last year, February to March, okay, that's the time that rate goes to 6%. And then a lot of people want to wait. And then look what the interest rate goes up again to 7%, almost 2 years, right? Almost like a year and a half till now, the rate start to go down. So we don't know if after 1 year or like after half year, the rate go up again, just because, they lower the rate now and then they may, have a small climb for the property value again. Inflation rate may be going up again, then they have to, increase the rate to control. So that's why I said, if you see this opportunity, your client or even yourself, do it right now, because later on, if the rate really go down again, I mean, down another 1 point, we can always do another refinance. It's just how the financial world work, okay? So I want you guys to convey this message to your client, okay? Don't wait. Seriously, don't wait, okay? Otherwise, you may just miss the good opportunity. Especially, this is what? No point, no fee, no cost, okay? Okay, so today we're going to talk about no docs. Okay, so of course, I know you want to find a good lender to work with. So not only we have the varieties of the loan programs, of course, we have to deliver good service and the speed, right? So um, this slide, okay, so pretty much, this is just to show you, okay, like how fast we can close. Okay, 7 business days. Okay, submitted to loan doc sent out. We can do really quick closing if it's requested, because sometimes, again, 10 days removal contingency, right? Or even like 7 days removal contingency. We have to act fast, fast. Okay, same thing. Okay. Submission to clear to close, 4 business days. Submission to funding, 8 business days. Okay, we can do that. Within 2 weeks, get it done. Okay, again, why choose Exit Lending? Okay, everybody wants to have a fast closing because not just, we want to close it within the required time. Also, we also sometimes we encounter people change their mind, or things happen, like they may forgot and then they deposit a large deposit in week 3 or whatever, right? So we want to just close ASAP, eliminate all those like little things could happen during the process. Okay, so we can get it closed, move on. Everybody move on, right? You get paid, property, borrower get the property, and then we move on to the next deal. Also, like I said, we have in-house processing, funding. So, we have majority of the control, and we have the weekend ability and same day approval. You just need to let us know, hey, if you have time, during the weekend, I may have, somebody have questions or whatever. That's fine. We can be on call. And we usually will call you guys Thursday and Friday before. So, just ask if you need anything before weekend. You may need to show borrower properties and making offers. And then we can update the pre-approval letter, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. We also have the co-branding marketing support. We can design to your brand, and then we can do co-branding as well. We also can do buyer seminar. I think this is a very important, it's I think worthwhile to ask a buyer, hey, we may have a couple or a few, uh, buyers that, we can get our lender to get involved to have a seminar or quick Q&A, so they can get information from us and we can know what's their concerns or questions regarding, their purchase loan. Okay. And of course, we can do the e-flies for you. You can just print it out for just a general marketing or, open house flyers. And we also can follow up, okay, open house leads, so just forward over. We can call for you because sometimes, they create these fake numbers. We all know, right? So we can call and then, remove those that's doesn't occupy your time. We have support team. Okay. Some of the flights we did with our, a business partner. So just for a, reference, we do have support team who speaks Spanish. So if you guys have Spanish clients, feel free to connect with us. We have girls speaks fluent Spanish. Okay, so it's not a problem for communication. And of course, we speak Mandarin, Cantonese. Okay, majority of our staff speaks Mandarin and Cantonese. This is open house, flyers. And some first-time buyer, co-branding available. Just request to PR at exceedlending.com and just request, hey, I want to put my name on the first-time buyer flyers. Not a problem. And it's a cheat sheet. Okay, cheat sheet. I think this is very handy for you guys. Give you guys an overview. You can request as well. We can send it to you. First time buyer, what kind of program is available, right? Self-employed, investor, auto doc, what kind of program is available? If buyer has nothing, what kind of program is available? Move up buyers, you can use the equity for the bridge loan solution. Buy the property first to use bridge loan. So, get the equity from the current house as a second loan and then buy the new property and then pay off that bridge loan when you sell the current property. Okay. Google reviews, we have over 143 Google reviews. So we do listen to our client. Okay. We are human beings, so we make mistakes as well, but we listen and we improve, we correct our mistakes. I think this is very important. And we communicate upfront. We don't hide anything. If there's a problem for the loan, yes, we let you guys know, and then we let you guys know we are working on it. Okay, and then we'll do our best to fix it. We do some TikToks, Instagram, like a short video to share the information for realtor partners and client. Some of the offline event, we did with South Bay, Newport Beach, pickleball, charity event, first time buyer event, and GLA, okay, Great Los Angeles Realtor Association as well. Of course, Rancho East, right? This is Rancho East. This is Newport Beach and some other GLA events. Okay, and this is one of the global realtor kind of connection with Mexico and GLA, Great Los Angeles Realtor Association event we sponsored.
I'll be there, Vivian, with the booth.
Which one?
The LA RIA.
Oh, okay.
I'll be there with Devon Aguirre of Pad Split. So
Oh, okay, good, good, good. Perfect. So let me any questions? Oops. Hold on.
do you,
Yeah,
so
go
Vivian,
ahead.
my group and I we're looking at this commercial property in California City, right? And it's a business and it's the property together. Do you have any special
We do.
programs for that now?
We do. We do.
Okay. Well, yeah, I have your contact information. We're really bullish on that market,
Mm,
for single family. And
perfect.
so if you liked my meetup, just at least leave a good review there. It'll help us for the next one.
Okay. Um, just to reply to Steve, you have to be under us. It's very strict, for mortgage industry. So your license has to be under us. So you can give me a call to discuss further. Okay. Um,